What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Mike here with another video. I know it's been a little bit since I kind of post like a weekly video because the past 2 weeks, well, pretty much all September I was traveling and stuff like that. So we more like compilation videos. If you guys see me looking down, I'm actually multitasking. Just got some clothes out the dryer. I'm sitting here to clean my chicken for next week. I'll go ahead and get into that in the video coming up. But yeah, so kind of recap of September. September was busy because again, the second week of September I was in Portland from Monday to Thursday, so I had to get some stuff done for work before I left. So I had to do some call reviews for my coaches. So that that takes up a lot of time. I make sure that people had time cards in at a certain time because we usually have like a little bit of leeway on Mondays, but I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna be here Monday, so y'all gotta get your stuff in ASAP. Like get it in Friday at 5 p.m. latest. So I get that done. Like the week before was very busy, but got to Portland, had fun. I didn't get to do as much sightseeing as I wanted to do because again I was working. So I got to see a little bit of stuff, but not as much as I wanted to. So would I go back? Probably. It was a pretty chill vibe when I was there. Again, the people I was with, great group of people. Again, it was for work, so got me some work peeps in person. Dope time. So that happened, and then I was there from Monday. No, got there Monday. My plane left Wednesday night, so I got back home on Thursday morning, and I had a appointment at Quest to get my blood work done. So I pretty much ran from getting off the plane and ran straight to Quest to get my blood work done because I had a doctor's appointment the week after the graduation cruise. So last week. Ran my blood work done. Had all my other tests done I needed to get done because they're like, hey, your kidney numbers were not the best. So we wanted to do these things just to make sure that we're okay. They're like, kidney numbers are not the best, but because of how young you are, activity, we want to make sure that there's nothing underlying. I'm like, yeah, I can definitely respect that. And again, I've been off of all my supplements, and so no pre-workout, no creatine, no BCAAs, nothing like that since May, because they like want to make sure everything's good. And I told you guys about my other doctor, so that was a thing. I actually need to call him and cancel that appointment. I think that's supposed to be coming up, so I gotta cancel, make sure I don't get a cancellation fee. Gotta find the number. I digress. Yeah, your boy's been running. So, Thursday, I got my blood work done, worked, took care of some things while I had a chance, got laundry done, and because I had to pack on Friday, because on Saturday we're leaving for the cruise. So, packed Friday, got home Thursday, cleaned up laundry, packed Friday part Saturday, or mainly Friday, but for the cruise we left on Saturday. The cruise was dope. First cruise in 20 years. If y'all haven't seen the compilation video, watch a compilation video. My first cruise on that cruise line. First cruise in like 20 years. First vacation. Cause we went to Georgia for, was it a week or a couple of days? About 3 years ago. But before that, my last vacation was before OT school, which is in 2016. Yeah, as I say, your boy needed a little break. But the cruise was awesome. I did some damage, unfortunately, because the food was delicious. Now, did I go crazy? Did I go ham on it? No, because again, your boy has particular goals he's trying to reach. But I did. Obviously, I couldn't weigh my food. I didn't know how they're preparing things. I was trying to eat more mindfully without eating too much. Because if you guys know me, your boy can eat. Your boy can eat. Like, for a while, like, my family members thought I had like a tapeworm because I was just like constantly eating and never getting full. Like, to the point that my cousin was like, oh, like, if there's any kind of eating competition video, anything she saw, she would send to me. She's like, you can do this. So your boy likes to eat. Your boy can eat. So, we did the cruise. It was awesome. And then that Sunday, we had to help my parents moved. They're getting some stuff done to the house, and they have it. Their no, that's their business. I'll let them tell you that. If they ever decide to start a YouTube channel, they pop up on my channel. I'll let them tell you guys that. That's their business. But went to the parents' house. I jumped on a scale because I had to check in with my coach. I'm like, I know I did some damage. Let's see. The numbers. So before I left for Portland, so going back, so March, I was 198. 198, I don't know like the decimal point or anything like that because the scale that I was on didn't have a decimal point. But 198 pounds, okay? Before I left for Portland, I was 181.1. In Portland, I couldn't measure anything. I'm eating differently than I normally eat because I'm eating off of other people's meal plans. Went to 185. Big jump. I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, you know what? I still want to exercise on the boat, so I don't do on the ships. I don't do too much damage. I want to see what I can do. So try to get my steps in, so on and so forth. I did get my steps in most of the days, but not as much as I normally do. Because again, my goal was like 10,000 steps. And I was getting kind of close to 10,000 steps. So there's sometimes I'm like, you know, I'm gonna try to walk around a little bit more, take a long way to get my steps in. I got back. I got back home. I was 192, 193. Bro. And again, I wasn't even eating like I could. I ate 4 meals a day. I will admit, I had a couple, virgin strawberry daiquiris, a couple, virgin Miami Vices. Again, I don't drink. So, but, I had a couple, they were fire. I'm not even gonna hate. They were fire. Will I have them again? Oh yeah, they were good. Definitely, yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. So, weighed in, I was like 193. I was like, fun, this is not cool. So I told in our updates, I told my coach, like, hey, this is what happened, da-da-da-da-da. He's like, okay, cool, no worries at all. He's like, it's probably water weight. We'll get back to where we were. All right, cool, let's do it. My coach is real dope. He's been real chill. He's been, with the whole thing, he's been real chill. So that happened. So I'm like, started cutting, not even cutting, but just, went back on my cardio. Not as much cardio as I was, but I was trying to get back into it and then get into my meal plan. And that first week went from 193 to like 186, something like that. So, I was like, okay, yeah, definitely water weight. All right, cool. Also, that last Monday, I go to the doc. And I'm like, hey, doc, so we're, updates and everything like that. He's like, okay, so let me look at your numbers. He's like, your numbers are looking way better than they were before. So just give you a little breakdown. Again, I had to see a nephrology because, a kidney doctor, because my numbers were off compared to where they wanted them to be. Okay, cool. Remember, I told you that he wanted me to pretty much cut my protein in half because my GFR, pretty much how your kidneys filter, that value was way lower than he wanted it to be. So I had to cut my protein down in half. So I went from like 190, 200 grams of protein to like 100 grams of protein. And also, that's why I was losing weight so fast, in a good way, because I was already on, semi-low calorie, and I was on low carbs, high protein. Trying to maintain as much muscle as I possibly can, so my calories are already lower. So I went from 1,800 calories. So my first meal plan was like 2,100 calories for like a maintenance type thing with a slight cut. Then we're supposed to do a 3 to 4 week mini cut, just kind of like shut off a little extra fat so we can have like a better starting place whenever I got cleared for supplementation. So then with the protein restriction, I went from 1,800 calories to like 1,550. I am 5'11", so not tiny, but average size dude. And again, I'm in the 180s, so that's a calorie deficit for me. And granted, it's like my main job is sedentary, but I'm still training. I'm still in the gym 5 days a week. I still start my workout with 10 minutes of cardio, and on the elliptical, I'm usually trying to get like a mile on the elliptical in 10 minutes. So I'm putting in a little bit of effort. And then I lift, and then if I didn't do my cardio in the morning, I'm doing 40 minutes of cardio a day. if I'm not getting my cardio in the morning, then I get my cardio in at night. So I'm getting like 50 minutes of cardio in a day and lifting. So, and again, on the weekends, I'm treating patients. So again, as you see, physical therapy, shout out Seminole, shout out Seminole. If you're in Florida, if you're a PTA, shout out Seminole. So back to what Doc was saying. So he was saying, your kidney functions are not where you want them to be. On a scale of 0 to 100, 0 is like, you need new kidneys yesterday. 100, they're like, hey, you're picture perfect, da 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 da. And as as someone in their 30s, pretty healthy, da 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 da. He said your GFR should be in the 90s. Mine was 63. He's like, I don't like that. It's a little too low for what I want it to be. So I want you to cut your protein in half. All right, cool, doc. Again, that put me on a more calorie deficit. So he said your GFR is looking much better now. He's like, you went from 63 to like 79. So I'm like, oh, perfect. And I was like, okay, cool. So he was really happy with that. He was like, how's your potassium? He's like, your potassium is a little bit lower than I wanted it to be. Da 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 da. Asked me some questions. So he's like, okay, I want you to eat more green leafy vegetables, eat some more apples, things like that. I'm like, all right, cool. And I was just happy that he told me that I forgot to ask about supplementation. So I reached out to my parents, like, hey, parents, this is what happened, da da da. Like, yay, hooray. Reached out to my lady, like, hey, lady, everything's looking good, da da. She's like, yay, hooray. Reached out to my coach, like, yay, hooray. You asked about supplementation. I was like, oh, crap, I forgot. So I called him back. I called the office back. I was like, hey, my name is Michael Hill. I just left the office. I forgot to ask Doc about this. Is it okay if I take any supplements? And if so, are there any restrictions that he wants me to have? Wait a couple minutes. You're free to take supplements, no restrictions. Perfect. Appreciate it. And he allowed me to increase my protein a little bit. So I'm going from like 100 grams of protein to like 130. May not sound like a lot, but that's a big difference. So I'm like, hey, we're going the right path. Told my coach that, all right, perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and rewrite your workout plan, your meal prep, and give you a supplement list. All right, cool. Let's get it. Let's grind. All right, cool. So I know coach is working on it. Busy guy. I'm obviously not his only client, so busy guy. So he's been working on it. I think last time I checked, I haven't gotten the workout plan or the meal plan yet. So I just been doing what we've been doing on the other one. But I've got my supplement list. And I'm looking at it, I was like, okay, cool. I do have some research I want to do, just to understand supplements a little bit better. But nothing crazy though. Nothing crazy. Like sometimes it's like, oh, vitamin C, I'm already taking that. Vitamin D, I'm already taking that. Like, oh, why don't you take a multivitamin? All right, I gotta get a new multivitamin. So it's things like that. Another thing that he wants me to do in the morning that I've never done, but again, it's nothing that's bad, is because his big thing is gut health. He wants to know, because everything starts in the gut. If you're not digesting food properly, it ain't gonna work. So he's like, his big thing is gut health, which I really appreciate, that whole person approach, that making sure that everything is harmonious and things like that. I really appreciate that about my coach. So he's like, one of the things they want you to do, and I'm going to start this on Monday because I still have to go back and get the lime juice, because that's one of the things I have to get, is I have to check the exact measurements, but it's lime juice, aloe vera, apple cider vinegar, and water. So that's, he's like, after, first thing in the morning, after weigh-ins, 13 ounces of water mixed with the volume, different volumes of this, and this. I'm like, okay, cool. That, take your multivitamin. So, okay, cool. So that's gonna be the most interesting thing. But other things are things I've already taken, or things I'm familiar with, like, oh, get your creatine back in. Cool. Get back on my creatine. Vitamin D. I take vitamin D already, but Doc actually changed the way he wants me to take it, because he was like, your vitamin D levels are a little bit low, nothing too crazy. So he wants me to take the over-counter vitamin D supplement every day instead of bi-weekly, so twice a week. So I'm like, okay, cool, I can do that. So I gotta do that. I'm trying to think what else. It's stuff like that. It's nothing too crazy. Like, I'm not like, it's like, oh, over-counter stuff you can buy at Walmart. Like, nothing too crazy. So I'm like, okay, cool, I can definitely do that. So I got the vast majority of my supplements. I'm just waiting for 2 things to come in on Monday. They should be here again, they should be here by Monday. That's what company said. So they just do the tracking and all that stuff. So you gotta figure that part out. But yeah, so to say that I am excited is understand. I'm glad that my nutrition's get kicked up a little bit. My supplementation, my workout plan is gonna be adjusted a little bit, to fit the goals I'm trying to reach. So again, it's been a minute. It's been a good 5 months since I've been able to, take supplements and things like that to help me get to where I need to get to. Did I lose a lot of strength? Actually, no, not too much. I feel like my shoulders did get a little bit bigger, so thankfully, because my shoulders have always been a weak point, as you guys know. But I do feel like my lateral delts have gotten a little bit weak, a little bit bigger because like the workout splits, things like that. So I'm like, hey. Now, people may ask, Michael, you're a personal trainer. Why'd you get a coach? Good question. The reason why I decided to get a coach is because I know that there are people who know way more than me. Have I been working out for 20 years? Over 20 years. So yes. Have I trained people previously? Yes. A lot? No, but I have trained people previously. Do I still give education in the gym that's proven and it's like not just by science, but it's like, oh, try this, see how you like it. It's like that trial and error. It's like, okay, people are like, okay, this works. I like this. This doesn't work. I don't like this. So have I done those things? Yeah, I still do that. Like I was in the gym like forever last night. Trying like teaching different things, whether it's about working out, whether it's about finance, just teaching. Because I enjoy teaching. However, I've never prepped for a show. So that's a different type of training. Different type of nutrition, different kind of supplement plan. It's a lot more dialed in. The best way I can describe it is specialist. And it's like a specialist versus and a new grad. So let's say if medical school. I'm a new grad from medical school. I know a lot of things. Don't get me wrong. I know a lot of things. I know how I can treat this, and this. However, if someone has something very, very specific, if someone has constant headaches, and I'm not able to fix it, I'm gonna send them to a neurologist to get them checked out. And so the neurologist can say, okay, so this is what's going on because of this, and this, and this. We gotta do this, and this to get you where you want to go, but still check in with your primary, so on and so forth. That's the best way I can describe it because, I'm training for something very specific. If I'm just training for just health, longevity, fun, oh yeah, all day, every day. That's my bread and butter. I can teach all that easily. But there's certain things that my coach knows that I don't know, and there are things that I'm also asking questions to get a better understanding of, so that if someone asks me a question in the gym, I can say, oh, I've been trying this. I'm talking to my coach. He's been saying this and this and this. Try this. See if you like it. If you like it, try it. If you don't like it, don't try it. Because I'm not the type of person to say, oh, everyone has to do this type of exercise, because not everyone has to do the same type of exercise, but exercise is for everybody. You have to figure out what kind of exercise that you like. Different things. In my gym, they actually just opened up. They tore down the basketball court and actually opened like a Olympic lifting area where the basketball court used to be. I've seen pictures of it on IG. Bro, it looks clean. So I'm gonna check it out today when I go to the gym. So, you have to put your ego aside and hey, I don't know everything, and that's okay, because somebody knows what you're looking for. And people know, people have their different specialties. People have different things that they know. So, we always we work together to get as good as we can. And that's what it's about. So, my coach is happy. I'm happy. The lift's been going good. I'm still taking my creatine. That's another thing. It's I typically take creatine on the days that I lift. But he wants me to take it every day. I'm like, okay, cool. The reason why, because technically you're supposed to take creatine every day and you don't have to cycle off of it. One of the reasons why I only took it when I was lifting, save money. Straight up, save money. I ain't afraid to admit it. But that's the reason why. So I'm going to actually start the routine on Monday. So do my morning cardio, get back to it. Oh, I think I told you guys the new weigh-in, because again, before Portland, I was 181.8 or something like that. Pre-cruise, 180, was it 183, 185? Post-cruise, 190, was it 193? 193. Yesterday, just playing around, like, hey, I wonder where I'm at. No, it was this morning. I was like, wonder where I'm at weight-wise. 182.2. Yeah, water weight. Because if it was fat, I would not gain or lose that much fat that fast. So again, a lot of water weight, getting back on my nutrition, regulate what I'm eating. I know how much salt I'm holding, so I can regulate those things a little bit easier to get to my particular goals a lot easier. Again, if you don't know what you're eating, you don't know what you're getting. You don't know what you're putting in your body. Am I saying that everyone has to weigh their food like I do? No. Am I saying that people need to be aware of what they're eating? Yes. Am I saying that you can only eat chicken, broccoli, rice? No, because I don't only eat chicken, broccoli, and rice. But if you're going to reach specific goals, you have to do things differently. If your goals are different, then you have to do something different. As I said, I'm training for a show, so my calories, my macros, the amount that I eat is different than everyone else. And that's why I'm still sitting here cutting up chicken. And granted, it was a 5-pound thing of chicken for $13. So it's way cheaper than going out to eat. I'm like, you know how much food you can get for $13 if you go out to eat versus how much food I'm gonna get with this for $13? Come on. And the thing also is, there's a saying I heard a while ago: choose your hard. Being unhealthy can be hard, whether you're super overweight, whatever. Being unhealthy can be hard. Being fit can be hard. Choose your hard. Being broke can be hard. Being rich can be hard. Choose your hard. The hard that I'm choosing is, again, I am the fittest guy in the world? No. Am I trying to be the fittest guy in the world? No. But when I step on stage, I want to be competitive. I don't want to just, step on stage, oh yeah, I stepped on stage. Like, no. I want to be competitive. Even in my first show, I want them to be like, oh, that's what I want. I want them to be like, okay, he put some work in. Because one of the things that I'm doing is I'm still studying. And with my studying, I'm watching bodybuilding shows. Watching and just looking at different physiques and just trying to understand what people are looking for, what they're looking at whenever people step on stage. Like the symmetry, the flow, why this person went to this category compared to that category. So there's still a lot of things I'm trying to learn and understand, so I can understand like where my coach's point of view is from. Because each category has different specifics that they're looking for. So that's a different thing. Now, do they work everything? Yeah, everybody works everything. Do they work certain things as much as others? I would say not really. Again, for instance, men's physique. What people call the quote unquote board short division, because they wear the board shorts. Do they train their legs? Oh yeah, some of those guys have massive legs. But do they train their legs more than the beach muscles? No, they train the beach muscles more than the legs do, generally speaking, because that's what's being shown. However, classic physique and bodybuilding, open bodybuilding, things like that, they're showing a lot more legs. So, generally speaking, they're like, okay, we want to make sure that everything is proportion, everything like that. It's a game. It's a game about symmetry, about all these different things. It's an interesting sport, to say the least. Yes, bodybuilding is a sport. It has a competitive nature. There's a whole definition of what a sport actually is. I have to look it up, but bodybuilding is considered a sport. So is cheerleading. So is NASCAR. If you don't think it is, you can actually look up the definition of what a sport is. I think chess is considered a sport too. It has something to be competitive in nature, fair rules, something that I have to remember the thing. Again, I learned this 12 years ago. So it's not something I say all the time, but yeah, it's a sport. So there are different things I'm trying to learn, trying to understand. Another thing I need to start doing relatively soon is I think my coach will probably, I'm not sure when he'll have me do this, but I want to start to learn how to pose, because posing is a very important part of bodybuilding, just in general, and whenever you get on stage, because obviously you have to pose on stage. But posing also helps you with your mind-muscle connection. It helps improve the muscle density a little bit because you're doing an isometric contraction, so you're holding the muscles for a little bit longer, so it's like you're still working out. And some people would legit do, like 15 minutes of posing after a workout to help that mind-muscle connection, to see what their body is looking like. And if you've ever seen somebody pose, the longer they pose, the quote-unquote sharper their body looks like, which is actually really interesting. So that's another thing. I need to learn how to pose correctly, things like that. And again, my coach probably take care of that. And because he's still competitive, he still competes. So got some work to do. But again, this is pretty much where I'm at. Again, if you like this information, again, like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna keep prepping this chicken. I'm almost done cutting it. It was 5 pounds of chicken, and then there's all the blood and tendons and fat you gotta get off of it, so it takes a little bit. That's TMI, my apologies. Again, it's just the reality of it all. Now, can I get already pre-prepped chicken and stuff like that? Are there easier ways to meal prep chicken? Oh yeah, this is a lot less expensive. You know exactly what's in your food, and it's a lot less worrisome, troublesome. And again, you just cut a bunch of it, season up, throw it in the freezer. It's not that bad. It just just gets a little tedious. I do have some sweet potatoes in the background, so I got to get that taken care of. Probably do that on Monday, 'cause I have enough food for today and tomorrow. Because again, because the whole thing with Portland and then the cruise, I am working 19 days straight. So cause I had to make up time and then try and get back on my regular schedule. So I'm working 19 days straight. These past 2 weeks were crazy busy. I've had to host 9, 10 interviews. So things have been busy for your boy. So I appreciate you guys for sticking with me. So I gotta get this taken care of. I have to send the thank you notes for my party still, because I still have to get that stuff taken care of. Because again, I want to show appreciation, for the people who came out and celebrated me, even though I thought it was for my sister. But I still gotta get that taken care of. Like I said, your boy got some stuff he has to do. But what I'm going to do, I'm gonna go ahead and stop yapping for a little bit, finish cutting my chicken, and then eventually, probably like an hour or so, I'm gonna eat lunch. Cause your boy's a little hungry. Cause again, I'm on 1,500 calories a day, so I'm on some low calories. But we'll see what happens whenever my coach gives my new meal plan, and my new exercise plan. So we'll see what happens. But again, if you like this information, like, comment, subscribe. Again, check out some other videos. Check out the different playlists. I have 3 main playlists: the day in the life, exercise tips for beginners, which is where I'm going to throw this video in, and the doctoral journey. That's my journey through school, pretty much, which pretty much concludes with the cruise video, because that's a part of my journey. But that's what I got for y'all. On the next one. Later.